Are you tired of endlessly looking around for spots to build an ore farm base in Palworld? If so, then this video is for you. I'm going to be showing you the best and only spots you will ever need so that you could start making ingots. The locations will range from early game all the way to some late game areas that I found. One even has 10 ore nodes, which is the most I have ever found in Palworld, so let's get started. So the first spot I wanted to talk about is very early game and has 8 nodes. It is such a good spot. If we go on the map, Plateau Beginnings, you go west along the island, there's a bridge here, and the coordinates are 11, -528. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mention pros and cons for each spot, and also what you could do with it. So that's kind of how I'm going to format the video. So with this spot, the pros. 8 nodes all condensed together. You have a flat location so you could build around it. In the beginning, you could probably build your main base here just to get started. Definitely one of the better spots in the game. The cons, it is a bit small, so there's not a lot of room. You gotta really work on your build to figure out how you want to do this. I like this spot. I have used it before. I've also put walls around it so they could specifically work on mining. I definitely wanted to mention this first in the list because it's one of the better spots out there, especially early game. For the next spot I want to talk about, it's at the Desolate Church. If we look at the map, you go from the Plateau of Beginnings, northwest, and then I think I was able to do this before. Hold on a sec. There we go. The coordinates are 69 and -420. Hell yeah. You love to see that. All you got to do is go behind the church. So let's talk about the pros. 8 nodes all condensed together. The location is relatively flat, so you could definitely build your main base in the beginning here. There is also one of these dungeon things here, so you could get the ancient civilization parts as well. There's just a lot to like about this spot. The only problem is the red forest isn't great to look at. It is a bit small. If you could look past all of that, I would say this is a great spot for early game. And that is going to be it for this spot. For the next location, this is by far my favorite ore farming spot in all of Palworld. The reason why is because it has 9 ore nodes and it is super flat. If we look at the map, you go Plateau Beginnings, you go northwest. This one is a little bit farther than the other two. It is right next to the Relaxaurus Lux. Fast travel is Sealed Realm of the Thunder Dragon. And then in the coordinates are going to be -257, -362. The great thing about this spot is it's flat. You got the 9 nodes. And a lot of potential for your main base. That's what I did. As soon as I saw the spot, I knew instantly. I was like, okay, I want to actually make it my main base. And as you can see from my build, I tried my best to get all the pieces together. The downside is that once you start building enough things, it's going to get cramped. So make sure you strategically build things at certain spots so you could just maximize the area. But one of the best spots, if not my favorite spot that I have found so far for a main base location. Now let's go to the next spot. So the next location is going to have a total of 10 ore nodes all in the same spot. There's like 9 that are condensed and then 1 that is a straggler, and it is definitely not for early game. You've done a little bit of crafting. You've made some heat resistant stuff. You could also get this heat resistant undershirt from a cave reward after beating the boss by the tree. If we look at the map, it's going to be in the lava area, so you don't want to come here early game or you're just going to burn to death. But Plateau of Beginnings, go all the way west. You can't miss this island. And then go to the north side of the island. You'll get this fast travel here. And then the coordinates on the map are -673, -292. So let's talk about the pros. There are 10 nodes here. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These are like all close together, but then there's one over there kind of by itself, which sucks. So yeah, 10 nodes is insane for one spot. This is the most I've ever found. I found it live on stream and I was like, okay, this needs to be in my video for sure. The only downside I see about this is that there's not a lot of room to work with for a build, so I think it's mainly for an extra base. But if you wanted to build your main base here, I think you can make it work. You're just going to have to do a little bit of strategic building. And that is basically it for the spot. So let's move on to the next one. For the next location, I wasn't sure if I was going to put this in the video, but I did come across this spot. It has 9 ore nodes. It doesn't have 10 like the previous spot, but I think the location is a little bit better. If we look at the map, plateau beginnings, just go all the way west. There is foot of the volcano fast travel, and I think you are allowed to go through this area, this little like canyon, but it is going to be a tough spot to get here if you don't have heat resistant armor. And the coordinates on the map are -534, -478. So if we look, there are 9 nodes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A little bit cramped of a spot. If you build some foundation though, you can make a flat spot, and this could be a pretty good farm. You know, everything's condensed close together. You could probably build your PAL box like right there, so that way you can get all the nodes. The downside is very small spot to build, so essentially use this as an extra base. Oh my god. Can I catch it? Just let this happen. Yes, let's go. Oh my god. And that is basically it for this spot. Alright, and for the final spot, I did use this as my first ore farm spot, and it's up very high, so you're never gonna get raided here. But let's take a look at the map. So from the plateau beginnings, you want to go north, cross these little islands. You're gonna go right here, and look at the map coordinates. 268, -232. 8 nodes in one spot is pretty nice. All the nodes are condensed together, so you can definitely make this spot work. The only downside is that it's on a slope. I'm going to show you how I built my PAL box, because it is a little bit tricky. Oh, look. So you could place it down like right here, like this. Or you could kind of go more at an angle like that. So yeah, very easy to build it up here. So for the mining PAL, you want to be using Digtoise, level 3. You can get him on the desert area, which is right here, -124, -116. If you look on the map, plateau beginnings, basically just go northwest, and eventually you will get here. Also, some other PALs I recommend are the Pen King, who's got level 2 mining, the Tombat. I think he's got level 1 or level 2. Let me see. Let me double check for you. Level 2 mining, and he's got level 2 transporting, so pretty solid. Alright, so there's a Fuddler. He has level 1 mining. There's a Doomud. He's got the level 2. And then there's a Digtoise. Oh, tanky boy. And there we go. Got a Digtoise. If you're not a high enough level to capture the Digtoise, try to find rocky eggs. I think a Digtoise is going to be in a large rocky egg. So if you get that and then you hatch it, you could possibly get a Digtoise through that method. This video took me a lot longer to make, but if you appreciate this type of content, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to be playing all Palworld, trying to do a bunch of guides and tutorials, and then whatever I discover, just letting you guys know. So until then, I will catch you in the next video. Also, pro tip, if you leave your game on overnight, your pals might be a little bit hurt, but you're gonna have a ton of ore the next day. So that's just a pro tip for you guys. All right, later. Oh my god. Oh my god. Dude, they're going insane all on the same node. This is like optimal mining right here. And look how fast this guy does this. Holy. Oh my god, man. He is a beast. Level 4 kindling. And I have him at artisan. Look at this. Such a godly freaking find. I got that out of a huge dragon egg.